And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the David Hammond YouTube channel. And then I know what you're thinking, David, what is this? Guys, I don't know, I just felt like putting it on. It's the little flannel you guys see. I didn't want to put it on because I'm a little hot, but I feel like this just looks too bland, you feel me? I'm visual, I don't know if you guys notice shit like that, but I'm visual, so I want shit to look nice. And I can show off the gains a little bit, you feel me? Anyways guys, so I might take this off. In this one guys, we're speaking of, I believe I titled it, the biggest reason you keep failing on NoFap. Okay, now guys, I get probably, I'd say probably hundreds of comments every single day, many DMs, probably like 20, 30 DMs maybe a day on Instagram. Obviously not bragging, but just really a lot of the times it revolves around NoFap. And of course, you guys, most of you found me from that. And when I speak to clients or just the reoccurring theme with NoFap, the biggest reason you guys seem to relapse or fail is simply because of social media. Okay, Instagram. I don't know how many times I've got from you guys, hey David, I was on 3 weeks, 4 weeks, all was really good, but then I went on Instagram and I saw this girl with this fat ass and I was like, oh, I can't do it, and then you jerked it, okay, right? You guys, in my journey, I've been there many times, and I've done that. I've fallen into that trap. I can vividly remember many times. Like I was literally just thinking the other day, because guys, and I'm gonna speak on this, you can't escape it. You know, I'm on Instagram all the time. I grow a business on Instagram. Do you think... Just making sure we're recording. Do you think I can escape this? No! I see it all the time. You can't run from it. Instagram is essentially a low-grade version of porn. It really is, man. Like, it really is, especially with like the rise of just TikTok and everything, just girls just twerking and dancing and like barely any clothes. Like, I get it. And this will be a huge obstacle for you. So what do? Now, there are a couple ways we can kind of go about this, and I feel like I'm like Jesus or something when I have this on. Like, I feel like I have like this, like, listen up, boys. It's probably gonna look so weird in the thumbnail, but fuck it. There are a couple ways we can go about this. Number one, which is what some of you guys do, you get like browser extensions and stuff like that where you can't see it on your phone, right? So either you delete the apps or you get browser extensions where, like, if you literally type in, you know, Pornhub, or I don't want to say that, but you type in these naughty websites, your website or your computer will not allow it. So that's one way. And I think that's okay. Like, that's cool. If temporarily you need to do that, so be it. You know, avoid it. But I'm actually going to offer you guys the opposite. And I'm going to tell you to keep it. I'm going to tell you not to delete Instagram, not to get those browser extensions. In fact, I'm going to tell you to go on Instagram, to go on those browsers, to be okay in the presence of that. David, why are you telling me this? So you guys, in clinical psychology, there is a practice, one of the best well-known practices. If you've went to a psychologist or a therapist, they probably use this on you. It's called CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy. That's the branch it's under. Oh, it's getting bright. It's getting bright. So it's called cognitive behavioral therapy. That's the umbrella it's under, and there's a practice, and this is called ERP, or exposure response prevention. Now, I deal with something called OCD, so this is really the backbone of how you cure addictions and anything like this. And what ERP, or exposure response prevention, encourages you to do is to do just that, is to expose yourself to whatever stimulates you. What is that? Is that alcohol? Is that the obsessive thought? Is that the sharp knife, right? Is that the girl's booty on Instagram? It's to expose yourself, right? And now the RP, response prevention, what do you think that means? All you're simply doing is preventing the response. So instead of you, and again, I speak to clients with you guys, instead of you seeing that, oh gosh, I just saw the girl's butt, instead of just unconsciously going into it, you're gonna prevent that response. Now, I know that sounds super commonplace and like, well, no shit, David, but hear me out. You must do this in incremental ways, okay, guys? If you follow the Instagram, I just posted saying, hey, look, if you bite off anything, too much of it, you're gonna fail. Okay? Everything is baby steps. The whole backbone of ERP is to do so in baby steps. This is how you overcome fear. I don't care who says what. You don't overcome a fear by just jumping off. You don't. That's reckless and pretty stupid. It's getting super bright, but you know what? Screw it. So what I encourage you guys to do is to literally, like the client I just had the other day, write yourself a list Okay? Write yourself a list of all the things that expose you. Maybe start from easy things. So maybe it's a poster of a girl, right? That's pretty easy. How often do you see that? Not too much. Then maybe the next one from that is it's I don't know, an Instagram post, right? A photo. And then after that, maybe it's an Instagram video, right? And then maybe after that, it's I don't know, maybe just seeing a girl like right in front of you, right? You want to find down a list or write down a list of things that trigger you, and then systematically, one by one, you want to expose yourself to it and prevent the response. So instead of just unconsciously seeing it and freaking out and doing whatever, you really just want to have that gap, that split second where you can decide, do I want to do this? And once you've mastered that first rung, so maybe that's, I don't know, seeing a girl walk on the street, whatever it is for you, you want to start easier and periodically go slower till eventually you can actually watch porn. You can watch, let's say your buddy or whatever reason, like let's say you see an ad and you basically see the whole thing. You should be able to be on NoFap, see that, and still be okay. I've done that. I've done that on my journey. Take that in. Which may sound really backwards and bad and like, David, what are you doing? I've literally, like a few months ago, I searched it up. I kind of wanted to test myself. You know, maybe you might think, oh, well, your streak's ruined. No, your streak is if you choke your chicken. I literally wanted to test myself. Like, I was like, did I truly overcome this or did I not? And I actually encourage you guys to do this too. Once you've mastered like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're on the last one, I actually want you to go search up prawn, right? Which is porn. I just don't want to say it from YouTube. I want you to go search it up, and you should be able to get to a point where it doesn't even faze you. Where you see it and you're like, all right, yeah, I can feel that I want to, and you don't. Then you've mastered it. Because the thing is, guys, and why I actually encourage you to go to the extreme, which a lot of you guys would probably say that's stupid advice, that's horrible. Buddy, if you haven't mastered this last level, you haven't fully overcome the addiction. Period. In ERP and clinical psychology, they get you to go to the last level. If you were an addict, if you were an alcoholic, if you used to smoke cigarettes, what is the last level? You know this. It's to literally be in the presence of other people drinking. It's to literally hold the drink yourself, but refrain from drinking. It's to be able to even see cigarettes, maybe even hold them, your friend's right beside you blowing in your face. That is the most stimulating thing in the world, but you're okay with it. We'll do the same thing with NoFap. And I believe if you guys can do that, believe me, relapse won't even be a verb, a noun. What would you consider that? A verb in your vocabulary. Why did I fuck that up? Your vocabulary. Okay? I promise. You'll be over it. So that is it, guys. That is why you keep failing on NoFap. It's because you're being stimulated by stuff like this. I want you to start writing down a list periodically from the easiest to the most difficult of things that stimulate you or expose you. And I want you to periodically, systematically conquer each one, till eventually you get to level 10, and only get to this level if you've overcome the last one. If you feel you've gotten to this level and you're ready, you're a true pro. It's a test. It's risky. You might fuck up. But I'd encourage you to actually search it up one time. I'm not saying you got to watch a whole bunch, just like 20 seconds of it, and feel it and be like, you don't got me. I'm good. Peace. All right. Take my advice or leave it. You guys don't have to agree with me. So that's it. That's what I've done myself. And I've been good for like 2 years clean, guys. Like I feel it. I feel it just like you guys do. But the thought in my head is not, right? This is called neuroplasticity. I've literally rewired my brain to think of different outcomes opposed to old conditionings, which again, different video. But that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, guys, please do give it a thumbs up. I know it was super bright. I apologize for that. Subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff, guys. And as always, we'll finish it off here on the plug, guys. If you want to work with me on a personal level, like quite a few of you have, dealing with issues like this, there's always one-on-one coaching where I can really directly, specifically help you guys. Always linked down below. There's the step below that where it's the workshop, the self-development workshop, where I take on 20 of you guys, and we have a massive group coaching call where we all just share and grow together. That's the middle option, and the bottom option, guys, is the course. So there's a 3.5-hour pre-recorded course with just that, everything on fitness, nutrition, NoFap, intermittent fasting, leveling up your relationships, you guys name it, what I call the 4 areas of growth: personal, craft, relationship, world. So that's it. Thanks, guys. All links are down below at www.selfdeveloped.com. Get yourself saddled in, invest in yourself, and I would love to be of a resource. So that is it. Love you guys. Till next video, crush it, create that list, and soon that word will not even be in your vocabulary. I promise. That is it. Much love. Peace.